And so with gaming, if you're gonna do anything for many hours, you might as well try to get something from it. Told myself if I'm in a game for 8 hours, I might as well stream for the 8 hours. So that way, at the bare minimum, I'm growing an opportunity to make this a career and actually do something with that beyond just having a good time and just spending 8 hours straight on the game. Also with purpose, when you do anything for long enough, it can grow into something. I know someone that was always into videography and then they did it all throughout high school. I'm sure a lot of people looked at them and said, oh, they looked smaller, thinner, they could be picked on, their personality is really flamboyant. But then this person ended up doing Times videotaping. It's a club in Newport, and they did it for free, I think, for a year, which eventually led to them being on payroll, which eventually led to them shooting the biggest DJs all over the world. The point being is if you pursue something long enough, like how I pursued Lumi Lumi, you can make dreams come true. Just never give up, and eventually you will wheel yourself into it one way or another, because there's always going to be a next generation of kids and kids and kids, and they're the ones that you really want to impress, because the ones around you, the ones already ahead of you, they're either going to drop off or you're going to fill in the spot eventually. And don't give up, but also be aware if it's your actual gift, if you're going to be pursuing it obsessively, or if there's something else maybe you might be better at. But don't just give up. You'll know if it's your gift, you'll love it. I can do Lumi forever to the detriment of paralyzing my arm with cubital tunnel. So you'll know. But the next is an acorn fight. In my neighborhood, I used to have acorn fights with neighbor kids. And this was when I was freshman year, but we didn't care about the cars around us. We were completely blind to the fact that we were damaging cars, potentially causing them to have to pay for it, and maybe they don't have the finances to do that. If someone took like something from me recently, or if I got injured, I might be like screwed in a manner in regards to paying my bills. So your decisions have a lot to do with everyone around you. Once I was throwing rocks at cars even before middle school, I think, with friends, because I thought it was cool, like little rocks. And then, I never thought anything of it, but then I read in the news that a rock was thrown by these other kids, and then it smashed and crushed some guy's chest and killed them and changed their family's life forever, and could have done more than that. So I look back at my decisions and I'm like, oh yeah, could have done some bad things. I better be careful. Fireworks, had people set off fireworks and they fell down and crashed on top of other people's cars. Just be aware and respectful. You don't know what decisions could change other people's lives. Ultimately, I get into a big argument. I'm like, I want to go to my father's. Grass isn't always greener on the other side, but when we're younger, we just think we're trying to make impulsive decisions, like running away, which I've tried to do, and a lot of other things. And when I left, I'm sure I broke her heart, and she was a very loving mother. And one thing I know is I did never really call her very often, except for when I had to go back to visit her. And so just be more respectful and loving of the time you have with your parents.